My friends, how about some good news today? I know you're not used to it, but you're going to get some anyway. My friends, this is Howard Riell. The show is called Riell Truth, and you remember for years and years we slogged through the Obama administration, and every day was filled with stories about how they were ruining this, and they were destroying that, and they were cutting into this, and they were making life in America miserable. Well, no longer. Now I've got good news to report, and let's report it. Item from the Daily Mail. The Senate passed the GOP's $1.5 trillion tax cut early this morning, leaving just one technical hurdle in President Trump's signature as the final steps before the president's top legislative priority becomes reality. There was little last-minute drama in the Senate where the final tally was 51-48, hardly different from the original version that cleared the Senate earlier this month. Not a single Democrat voted for it, just as no House Democrat voted for a version on Tuesday, unquote. My friends, in the next segment, we're going to hear from the president and members of Congress standing in front of the White House talking about what a tremendous win this is for Americans. But before we do that, let it sink in, because I've said it before, I'll say it many times again, this show is heard across Colorado, and Colorado went for Hillary in the presidential election. You know, if it was within my power, it's not. But if it was, I would see to it that this amazing tax break, this tax cut that we're getting today, would not apply to people who voted for Hillary. Now, we can't do that here in America, and I'm not saying we should. But there's a little something inside me that says, good. I'm hearing griping from New York and from California, and those representatives and senators did not vote for the bill because taxes there are going to go up. But guys, what would have happened if Hillary had gotten to be president like New York and California wanted? Does anyone there seriously think taxes would have gone down? They would have gone up, up, up. And by the way, guys, in California, New York, why the hell do you have politicians there voting for tax increases decade after decade after decade? You must like higher taxes, in which case, shut up. This is a major win for America, thanks to Donald Trump. Let's be honest. You're going to have more of your own money in your pocket, staying in your pocket. Your tax bill is going to go down. Your income is going to go up. Thank Donald Trump. And when the next time comes around, next year, to vote, Democrat versus Republican, who's giving you your money back? Who's giving you your government back? It's the Republicans. This is Riell Truth, my friends. It's Wednesday. We'll be right back.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution. American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228. Piccolo's Restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play, and if you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's Restaurant in Denver. It's not only the best Italian and Mexican cuisine, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-57-5166. 303-57-5166. Piccolo.
My friends, welcome to the Good News Hour, which is what Real Truth has become since Donald Trump became president. Biggest tax cut in the history of the United States, agreed on today. The president will be signing it sometime in the next couple of weeks, doesn't matter. Business is already revving up. AT&T, you'll hear in the video, AT&T is already, based on the tax cuts and the tax reorganization, already vowed to bring billions more dollars, thousands, tens of thousands of more jobs back to America, and they're just the beginning. Things are getting much, much better. Here's Donald Trump from just less than 45 minutes ago, standing outside the White House with the members of Congress and the Senate. It begins with applause. They're applauding the fact that Americans get to keep more of our money. We've got the government tax man off our backs like never before in the history of this country. It's an unprecedented tax cut, and we can thank Donald Trump. Here he is. All right, guys, listen to me. We're going to come back to the president. They call this on TV taking a victory lap, but I'll tell you, it's a well-deserved victory lap because Donald Trump has gotten us to this point without the help of the Democrats who haven't lifted a finger to help, without the media, without the deep state, without, let's be honest, a lot of Republicans. He's gotten us here on his own. And so today, a lion's share of the credit goes to Donald Trump. I have to tell you, he's doing a great job. Here's the break. We'll come back and we'll listen to some more of these important words from the White House here on Riell Truth.
Power has been provided electrical power in the Rocky Mountain area since 1990. Power systems rely on the sun to make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be stable within any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on flexible power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Tailored capabilities from emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design systems, and parts for food yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to greatplainsolar.com.
The council of the nation of nothing. He makes the plans of the people must know them. The council of the Lord stands forever. The plans of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation. God is with them. The people he has chosen has acknowledged his inheritance. Psalm 33, verses 10 through 12.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. This is the America News Network.
All right, guys, welcome back to Riell Truth, a day of celebration because we get to keep more of our money because the government's going to take less of our money, and the economy as a whole is about to take off like a rocket, and we all benefit thanks to Donald Trump and the Republicans. Here's the president.
Where's John? deliver the largest tax cut in American history before Christmas of this year. Merry Christmas, America. To members of our cabinet, to Leader McConnell, to Speaker Ryan, all these members of Congress, thank you. Thank you not only for being here today for this special moment, but thank you for your leadership and support throughout this year. I truly do believe, Mr. President, that this will be remembered as a pivotal moment in the life of our nation. A day when the Congress answered your call and made history. But honestly, I would say to the American people, President Trump has been making history since the first day of this administration. We've been rebuilding our military, standing with our veterans. And just last week, President Trump signed one of the largest investments in our national defense since the days of Ronald Reagan. We've been defending our borders, upholding the rule of law. Illegal crossings on our southern border are down by more than 50%. And President Trump has been restoring American credibility on the world stage, standing with our allies and standing up to our enemies. As the President reflected earlier today, our NATO allies are paying more toward their common defense. North Korea is more isolated than ever before. This President's put Iran on notice and put the war on Afghanistan on a path to victory. And thanks to the leadership of this Commander-in-Chief and the courage of our armed forces, ISIS is on the run, their capital has fallen, and their so-called caliphate has crumbled across Syria and Iraq. But what brings us here today is that President Trump also knows that American strength starts with a growing American economy. And from the first day of this administration, this president championed free and fair trade. He rolled back federal red tape at record levels. We've unleashed American energy, and today, Mr. President, you fulfilled the promise you made to millions of Americans struggling in this economy to cut taxes across the board for working families and businesses large and small. In August of this year, the President laid out his vision for a tax cut that would be a middle-class miracle, and that's exactly what the Congress passed today. This tax code will put more money in the pockets of the American people. It'll make our tax code more simple, more fair, more easy to understand. It'll make businesses across America more competitive to create.
And just think about it, my friends. Colorado went for Hillary. Hillary would have accomplished none of this. Hillary would not have gotten rid of Obamacare. She would have expanded Obamacare. Hillary would not have raised your taxes, would not have lowered your taxes. She would have raised your taxes. She would have added regulation rather than cutting regulation. All these things, all these wonderful things Americans are getting today, Americans would not have gotten if the candidate you wanted had become president. Go look in the mirror and think about that.
Good.
president said I only have about 45 more minutes, so I'm going to get to my... Oh, he didn't say that. Okay, got it. Let me just say to those Americans who are watching this process, this is not about Washington. It's not about the left. It's not about the right. It's about single-parent moms who are looking for a reason to be hopeful in 2018. This tax reform plan delivers for the average single mother a 70% tax cut. For the average family who's working paycheck to paycheck, looking for ways to be hopeful about their future, to have an extra night for dinner out at a restaurant. This tax reform package cuts their taxes by nearly 60%. And because of folks like Marco Rubio and Ivanka, when you think about the folks with kids in the household, this plan doubles the child tax credit and makes about 70% of it refundable. This is a plan that we can be proud of because it speaks to the hearts of everyday Americans.
All right, we're going to take a break there because we have a commercial coming up. Let's see if we can squeeze in some news item from Newsbusters. On CNN's New Day Sunday, the show devoted a 4-minute segment to the new children's book, Santa's Husband, which portrays Santa Claus as a gay man who gets married to another man. The segment included as guests the author Daniel Kibblesmith and illustrator Ashley Quatch, with Kibblesmith recalling he was partially inspired to write the book because of the complaints that are made each year about a, quote, war on Christmas, unquote. My friends, you know, I'm Jewish. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I don't seem to remember that Santa was gay either. What do you think of that?
One to buy for more nutritional supplements. Stop. Supplementation with Bio Superfood, the most advanced nutritional whole food supplement you can buy. With children, the prolific athletes the world over have discovered Bio Superfood from BioAge.com, and now take just one nutritional supplement instead of the Bio Superfood formulas are whole food products, composed with 4 of the most nutrient algae found on Earth. Bio Superfood for the brain, with focus, memory, clarity, and food, you can increase brain health. The rest of the body is a no-brainer. Bio Superfood has zero toxicity and is safe for you and your friends. Look for and order your Bio Superfood formula.com, spelled BIOAGE.com, BioAge.com, or call 877-877-9116. Bio. Power has been provided for reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Power systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be stable to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Tailored capabilities is not emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design systems, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bore witness of him and cried out, saying, This was he of whom I said, He who comes after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. The United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
My friends, welcome back to Riell Truth. It's an historic day and a good day for all Americans, as the House has passed tax relief, tax reorganization. Bottom line, we get to keep more of our money. America gets richer. All of us do better, thanks to the Republicans and especially President Donald Trump. Let's go back to the lawn outside the White House from just about a little over an hour ago. The President, members of Congress celebrating this tremendous feat that they've done on behalf of Americans. Here we go. Now, my friends, think back, if you will. Think back to, well, we'll start in June 2015 when Donald Trump announced he was going to become president. Think back to all the arrogant, snarky SOBs who came on the TV laughing and chuckling. Yeah, Donald Trump, he hasn't got a chance. He would be a disaster. Trump will never get elected. He'll never get through the primaries. He'll never get through the convention. Remember all those snarky jackasses? Where are they today? By the way, my friends, Lisa Murkowski makes a good point here. By opening up ANWR to drilling, something we've wanted, as she said, for over 30 years, it means America will move that much closer to energy independence. We're no longer bent backwards over a barrel in front of the Arab oil sheiks. Not only is America stronger and more independent now when it comes to energy, we're going to become an energy superpower. People will be coming to us for energy, for natural gas, for petroleum, you name it. Do you understand? Entire industries coming back. Factories, companies, repatriation of funds, jobs, jobs, jobs. When people have more money, they have more hope. When they have more hope, there's less crime, less insanity. Now, we're going to see more insanity coming from the left. That I promise you. The better we do, the better Trump and the Republicans do, the more the Democrats are going to crank up the volume. So you watch. Already today I saw Chuck Schumer on TV, and what a slimy guy he is. What a sleaze he is. Americans are getting the government off our backs. We're keeping more of our money, and Chuck Schumer can only say bad things. What a piece of trash. Doesn't surprise me that he's leading the Democrat Party. Let's go back to these folks. My friends, remember when Reagan was president? Maybe you're too young. They used to say, let Reagan be Reagan. Right now I'm reading a book called Let Trump Be Trump. Well, this legislation today, together with a host of other legislation that the Trump administration has signed into law over the past 11 months, lets America be America. Under Obama, the left was trying to transmogrify America, transform it into something else, something alien, something venal, something that just plain didn't work, that was weak, indecisive. That's not America. America is what we hear being spoken of today. America takes the lead in the world. America empowers the world. America is the generator for the world's economy. That's what America is. America is bold, and it's brash, and it's innovative, and it's a winner. That's America. And that's what we're hearing today. That's why I'm playing this video for you on my show. Because this is what America was always supposed to be. And the people on the left, the Democrats and the liberals, would not allow it to be. They've tried to change America into Europe. Couldn't work. Europe doesn't work. Europe is a failed experiment, and it's not going to last more than another 40 or 50 years. This is what America was intended to be, what America always has been, and hopefully what America will continue to be. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more Real Truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Earth.
Well, it had to happen. Colorado legalized marijuana. Most people thought the Green Earth was a marijuana dispensary. Also, it was legalized on January 1st, 2014. The same day we opened our new location at 4565 Kiffin Street, 1.5 blocks south of I-7. There are 83,000 cars a day passing in front of our new location on Kiffin Street, and most of them thought we were a marijuana dispensary. So, we changed the name of our retail store to New Genesis Health, but we kept the name of our Green Herb Supplements. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health. Our call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372. And be sure to listen to the Healthy Nature Show with Mr. Phillips every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Now, this is the testimony of John, the Jews and priests and Levites from Jerusalem, to ask him, "Who are you?" He confessed and did not deny, but confessed, "I am not the Messiah." And they asked him, "What then? Are you Elijah?" He said, "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" And he answered, "No." The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 19 through 21.
The associates of your 24-hour Walmart supercenter not be overcome. No one anywhere is more noble, righteous, ethical, and courageous than our United States Armed Forces. These brave men and women and their families put the bill for our freedom every day. Send the military care package today to let us know that they are in our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts. This message is from the associates at your 24-hour Walmart Supercenter on Highway 287 in Lafayette. They're on the air because they care.
And my friends, because this is so historic and such good news, I'm going to continue in this segment with this video from just about a little over an hour ago. President Trump and the members of Congress behind the White House talking about the tax bill that they have passed, that the president will soon sign into law. Let's listen some more.
This, Mr. President, is what energy dominance is all about.
Now, wait a second. I thought Donald Trump was a joke in politics. I remember people laughing, especially the arrogant jackasses on CNN and MSNBC. I remember them chuckling. What about the late-night hosts? What about Bill Maher, as big a rectum as there is on television, chuckling? Remember that great video which I've played many times on this show? Ann Coulter, one of several guests on the Bill Maher show, going back to the very beginning of the presidential campaign, the very beginning. It was back in like July or August or September 2015. And Bill Maher says, "Ann, among those who've already said they're running for president, who has the best chance?" Ann Coulter said Donald Trump, and the place erupted in laughter. Listen very closely, my friends. You hear any laughter? No. I don't either. Because those snarky punks who think they're so much smarter than you and I, so much more sophisticated, so much cooler, they know what's going on. We don't know anything. They are the smartest people in the room. Donald Trump, president? What, are you kidding? They're not laughing anymore. Not only did Trump get elected, he's proven to be a masterful president. He's got a tremendous number of things accomplished in less than a year, with the entire weight of the government and the media on his back. Courts, Ninth Circuit Court in San Francisco, that wouldn't let him do anything. Media that ridicules him at every step of the way. The deep state fighting against him in every way possible. He has shrugged them all off, and he's fighting for us, the American people.
I want to thank you, Mr. President, and my two senators. This is a team that can't be beat. We'll do what's right for Alaska. This bill does what's right for this nation and the great land. We'll be great again. Thank you, Mr. President.
But wait a second, when you listen to the late night hosts, they wanted Hillary to be president, which means they want the taxes up. They wanted fewer new jobs. They wanted companies to continue to leave America. They wanted more people on welfare and food stamps. They wanted an uninterrupted flow of illegals across our border. That's what the late night hosts wanted. That's what they still want. So why are you watching their shows? The late night hosts, Kimmel and Colbert and the others, I don't watch them. I think they're better than you and me. They think we're fools. And they want everything for America that's poison. They don't even tell jokes anymore. They just go up and start insulting conservatives, basket of deplorables, Donald Trump. They're angry. Pissy little children. Where are they now? How many people are going to stop watching the late night hosts when they go on tonight, and I'm sure they will, and they blast Donald Trump for what he's done, and the people watching the show say, wait a second, Trump has given me back more of my money, why don't you like him? I predict ratings for those jackasses on the late night shows begin to plummet, even more than they already are. Because Trump is doing things that are great for America and Americans, and the late night hosts are just snarky, unfunny jackasses. Yeah, that's the sound of victory, my friends. Victory on behalf of the American people. Related item from Gallup, Hillary Clinton's image has declined since June and is now the worst that Gallup has measured for her to date. Her favorable rating has fallen 5 percentage points since June to a new low of 36%, while her unfavorable rating has hit a new high of 61%. My friends, finally, 61% of Americans realize Hillary Clinton is a smudge, a nothing. She's a grease stain. She's an animal. Frankly, I'm appalled that it's only 61%. And as far as the 36% who approve of Hillary Clinton, you got to wonder why those people aren't in deep therapy or on prescription meds or at the very least strapped down. I hope you're listening, Colorado. We'll be back.
Please stop. Simplify your supplementation with Bio Superfood, the most advanced nutritional whole food supplement you can buy. Women, children, even Olympic athletes the world over have discovered Bio Superfood from BioAge.com. And now it's just one nutritional supplement instead of many. The Bio Superfood formulas are whole food products composed with 4 of the most nutrient algae found on Earth. Bio Superfood for the brain helps with focus, memory, liberty, and fluid. If you can increase brain health, the rest of the body is a no-brainer. Bio Superfood has 0 toxicity and is safe for human pet. Learn more and order your Bio Superfood formula
all receive, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16. Elizabeth Locker finding a reminder of just the drug problem as well as documented. We know our kids will be appropriate at early age. Too much of all the youngsters in our community who have had the strength to say no to drugs. They provide examples to their peers and families to be the best they can be. That's from Elizabeth Locker, located at 366 Grand Street in Elizabeth, serving our area 1943 and specializing in naturalized HB and 40 and complete custom process. Also, 3-688-2240. That's 3-688-2240.
Item from the New York Daily News. A street artist is calling Meryl Streep on her bluff. Posters showing the Post actress standing with disgraced producer Harvey Weinstein have been popping up all across Los Angeles, Twitter posts indicate. The artist, who has yet to be identified, placed a red banner with the words "She Knew" over Streep's eyes. The images began appearing around the City of Angels following a Monday statement from the 68-year-old actress in which she claimed Weinstein, quote, made sure she didn't know about his perverted antics, unquote. Meryl Streep, I get the strong sense, is a liar. She knew what Weinstein was doing to young actresses, but Meryl Streep was, Meryl Streep. She'd already made it. She wasn't going to risk her career, and so I believe she kept quiet, thereby allowing other people, other young women, to be molested. So when Meryl Streep has the audacity to jam her face in front of a camera and tell you how bad the Republicans are, just think about how bad Meryl Streep is. Item from Gallup. About 8 in 10 Americans say they frequently or sometimes encounter stress in their daily lives. Only 17% say they rarely feel stressed, while 4% said they never do. My friends, life in America is stressful. The good news is it's about to get less stressful, thanks to Donald Trump. Item from Zero Hedge. Mayors from 7 major French cities overwhelmed by the flow of migrants have written a joint letter to Paris published in Le Monde on Saturday, begging the government to step in and help. According to the letter, the cities of Lille, Bordeaux, Strasbourg, Grenoble, Rennes, Toulouse, and Nantes are taking in several thousand refugees per month, which the mayors say is causing a social emergency as they are, quote, backed up against the wall and completely saturated by a seemingly endless flood of asylum seekers, unquote. My friends, France can kiss my butt. I don't care about France, but let's learn the lesson here. Europe, France, Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, et al., taking in migrants and migrants and migrants from the Middle East, and now they're suffering. They're begging for relief. So what do you say, let's us be smarter and stop the flow of migrants from the Arab Middle East? Item from Yahoo.com. The Office of Compliance of the U.S. House of Representatives revealed on Tuesday 3 additional sexual harassment settlements that have paid out, totaling $115,000, the Hill reports. The disclosure comes just 1 month after the Washington Post revealed the office paid more than $17 million since 1997 to settle 264 workplace complaints, including harassment allegations, unquote. So, my friends, these snotty elitists in Congress feel free to sexually harass people, and then if they're ever called on and they have to pay out a settlement, you and I pay it. Well, I say we identify the freaks in Congress who've been called out like this, who've made settlement payments, and get them to put their money in and reimburse the money of Americans. Item from Campus Reform. An academic department at the University of Minnesota declared that bows and wrap gifts are, quote, not appropriate for gatherings and displays at this time of year. Instead, they want you to consider neutral theme parties such as winter celebration. Decorations, music, and food should be the general and not specific to any one religion. My friends, that's the left. Why the hell do you keep voting for it? I'll see you tomorrow. Hasta luego.